series is proudly brought to you by Broadlink for reliable business connectivity.
Well, I'm not sure if you're like me, but every night at 10, 10:30, I would sit there and watch the Dakar Rally all the way through the first part of this brand new year. And our main interest was two South Africans that we're involved with, Darryl, Riaan for Niekerk. Darryl, back from the Dakar, not looking too bad because you are a bit worse for wear. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, no, Dave, it's an amazing experience. Riaan and myself went over there and we managed to both get to the podium. Riaan, of course, got a fantastic result, and I was going well up until stage 12, and then I had a big accident. I missed something in the road book. I hit a triple danger, crashed, and I landed heavily on my head and my shoulder. So I've damaged ligaments in my shoulder, and I didn't know at the time, but I've fractured 2 vertebrae in my back, and I hurt my right arm as well. I soldiered through. The last 4 days, 2,100 kilometers to the end, but
with a broken back.
But yeah, I didn't know, but I was very happy to make the podium. And the most important thing is Riaan and myself were both at the podium at the end.
It's just one thing to finish the Dakar. People are saying, "Oh, Darryl and Riaan should be running top 10." It's not quite like that, is it?
No, I think the race has evolved a lot since the early days, and a lot more factory teams. In the old days, there were 5 or 10 factory riders. There are 30 factory riders now. We counted them, 40 elite riders, and it's become a lot more professional. And each stage is actually like a motocross stage. You cannot believe the pace and the professionalism of all the teams at the moment.
Some of the days, Darryl, you start off at 4 in the morning to get just to the start line.
Yeah, it's been like that, Dave. You know, you start off and you do a 400-kilometer liaison, so it's like riding down to Durban, and then you'll race like a South African off-road national, another 400 kilometers, and then you'll drive to another 100 kilometers afterwards. And yeah, you get into a bit of a rhythm, and it becomes the norm. We do that every day.
Pretty hectic stuff, riding injured, all that sort of thing. Riaan for Niekerk, you didn't have any injuries. Luckily, you managed to get through to the end without a big crash or anything like that. And your first time at the Dakar, amazing performance, really, to pick up that position. Just amazing.
No, thanks, Dave. My plan from the beginning was to stay out of trouble and try and just get through every day and not have any trouble. You know, that's the secret for me, and it panned out quite well.
The big trick for you, there was just learning the road book and navigation, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, my biggest mistakes during the rally was getting lost. You know, I made 3 or 4 errors finding my way. But, you know, you learn. The more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. And towards the end, I felt more comfortable with the road book.
You know, I was just looking at the footage. The spectator attendance seems to be amazing. Millions of people.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. You know, in Malima, they said there was around 1 million people. But to put it into words, it's just unbelievable. I rode for 200 kilometers to the first special on day 1. And the road was lined with people. It's really encouraging when you ride and there's so many people and see the enthusiasm about motorsport.
Riaan, thanks for those words. Thanks, Darryl. I'm not even going to ask you about next year because I think it's too soon after Dakar. Right now, you'd probably be saying no, wouldn't you, Darryl?
That's a little bit early. I think I'm going to go and lick my wounds and heal up, and then we'll make a decision after that.
Riaan, well done once again. Thanks for flying the South African flag, and of course to all the other South Africans who did take part this year as well.
No, thank you very much, Dave, and thanks for all the support.
After the break, we'll be taking in highlights of the International Summer Series of Motocross in Zimbabwe. We'll be back right after this.
In our product news for this week, we are chatting about HJC crash helmets.
Looking forward to our next edition of Two Wheels. We'll be taking in action from Day of Champions event at SWAT Cops. Remember, stay on 2 wheels.